nodded and squeezed my arm. "I'll be right back." She left me strapped to my seat, fighting to swallow my panic. I rested my head against the cool window, twisting the rings on my right hand, one for Megan, one for Ned, one their father gave me on our first anniversary. I sat up and scanned the aisle for the flight attendant, twisting the rings on my left hand, a signet ring my father gave me on my 15th birthday, a warm gold band from my grandparents' wedding in 1896. It's a nervous habit I have, twisting those rings, turning them around and around. It makes me feel connected to my life and the people I love. But now I looked down at those rings and realized my hands were shaking.
"Ma'am," the flight attendant was back. "The captain asked me to give you this."
She handed me a sheet of paper torn from the flight log. "Air traffic control will give us special clearance into Dallas-Fort Worth and hold your connecting flight to Tucson. I am a man of great faith and want you to know the entire crew is praying for your son. The Lord will make a way." That note has never left me. When we landed in Dallas, the pilot was waiting at the door to personally escort me to the connecting flight. I still get a lump in my throat every time I think of his kindness and the solid arm he offered as I matched his long stride through the airport. Thank God for the good guys. I made the second leg of the flight and hurried to my seat so I'd have a moment to check in with Megan. "I just have a second," I told her. "Is everybody okay?" "Maddie and I got Anna from her track meet," she said. "There were like 1,000,000 people there, but we found her." Thank God for big sisters. "Did you tell her?" I asked. "Is she all right?"
We're all upset, but we've got things covered here. You have to hurry, Mom. You have to get there and make him be okay. Please, Mom, make him be okay."
Her voice was choked with fear and sorrow, but I'm the type who's not easily undone. I stuck to the stoic Presbyterian script. "We'll get through this, Megan. It'll be okay. I called Paula and she's driving down from Phoenix, so he's not alone," I'd started to say. But I knew better. Ned was utterly alone right now. This man who would forever be my little boy was adrift in the dark, separated from me by mountains, deserts, and 2 insanely tight flights. Thank God for Paula, the kind of friend who jumps in the car and drives 120 miles on a moment's notice. She's the type who's good in a crisis. So am I. I consider myself something of a tragedy snob. Having lived through some pretty terrible losses, I'm not easily undone. When I was 24, I got married in a hospital sunroom down the hall from the surgical ward where my father fought for a few last months of life. My husband, Ted Sullivan, was diagnosed with cancer when our daughter Megan was just 2.5, and I was 8.5 months pregnant with Ned. Ted spent the next 2 years in radiation bays and infusion wards, our little family soldiering side by side through his experimental chemo, a grueling operation, and the long, sad hospice days before his death. When Megan was 4 and Ned 18 months old, their father, my husband, was gone. A second marriage brought 2 beautiful stepdaughters, Carrie and Mindy Kokas, plus my 3 youngest, Jake, Maddie, and Anna Kokas. But our blended family unraveled after Mindy died of melanoma at age 23. That world-rocking loss was followed by a bitter divorce. My kids and I had only recently regained our footing. Whenever I am away from home, my last waking thoughts are always a quiet inventory of my children. As the flight was cleared for takeoff, I closed my eyes and purposefully gathered them into my heart one by one. Megan, whip-smart and beautiful at 25, had recently married a true blue cop named Ron Holsinger. Ned, 22, had the boundless energy and blue-eyed charm of his father. Jake, my gentle giant, was 18 and about to graduate from high school. 13-year-old Maddie blossomed with creativity and unfurling fashion savvy. And last, but not in any way least, was ferociously loyal Anna, 12 years old and completely able to hold her own in the high-velocity environment that was our home. I had managed to get myself and the kids, plus 2 puppies with myriad issues of their own, resituated in a new house, juggling everyone's activities with the travels and daily operation of my own marketing consulting firm, a new endeavor I'd started after nearly 30 years in corporate